Doby Flowers is a two-time alumna of the Florida State University classes of 1971 and 1973. While at Florida State, she was a member of the Black Student Union, Garnet and Gold Key, and Delta Sigma Theta. When Flowers was crowned Homecoming Princess in 1970, she redefined the meaning of beauty for her university, her community, and her state. As the university's first African-American homecoming princess, Flowers served as an example for other universities across the country and as a pioneer for integration at FSU. In 2004, the university unveiled the Integration Statue with 3 individuals who are representative of the many young idealists who fought for equality in education during the 1960s. Doby stands approximately 9 feet tall alongside her brother, Fred Flowers, who was the first African-American athlete, and Maxwell Courtney, the first African-American graduate of FSU. Flowers also participated in the 50th anniversary of integration at Florida State in 2012, which included a record-breaking 1,500-person chain designed to represent the legacy of culture, diversity, and opportunity that exists at the university today. The recently founded Civil Rights Institute at FSU grew out of conversations between Doby, her brother Fred, President Thrasher, and Provost McRory. Its mission is to commemorate and study the U.S. Civil Rights Movement and to promote civil rights and social change. As a 7th-generation Tallahassean, a lifetime member of the Alumni Association, and an active member of the FSU community, Doby has contributed years of service to her community and alma mater. The FSU Alumni Association is proud to induct Doby Flowers into the Circle of Gold. The FSU Alumni Association is proud to induct Doby Flowers into the Circle of Gold.
It's awesome. I am so pleased and so proud that, anyone here could have received this award. And why me? It's like that song, I'm just a nobody who's trying to tell everybody about somebody. So I'm just in awe. Florida State University, when I came here for a purpose. I came here thinking I was unbreakable, but I came here for a purpose. I came here to guarantee equal access to all people, regardless of race, creed, or color. I came here to make a difference, not only on this campus, but in society. And I feel good now about saying I'm from Florida State University. Good evening. I sat there and I realized I'm the oldest graduate being honored. And I also realized that the experiences were different. And I now understand how a small group of Black students made such a difference, because I now hear from Black students years later what this institution meant to them. We came here as a small group of Black kids. We never felt inadequate. We never felt that we couldn't do it. And we never came here for the sole purpose of education. We understood that we were soldiers. We had a purpose. And that purpose was not only to be educated, to make sure that there was equal access to all people of color and beliefs. That's why we came. And when I think of the programs that this small core group of Black students, even when I was elected homecoming queen, there were 35 Blacks out of 18,000. And I can remember those days that our social outlet was the Q's, Omega Psi Phi. They didn't have many girls, so one year I'm the Miss Phi, and the next year I'm Miss Omega, that kind of thing. But I can remember the days that the only social outlet that we had on this campus was the Q House. And whoever had a car would pile up at Westcott and take them to the party. And then around 11 o'clock, Tootie or John would be hollering at Fred, "Fred, it's time to take Doby Lee home." Because I had an 11 o'clock curfew. And even when we took over Westcott, I had a curfew. So they left the door open, a particular door, so I could get up in the morning and come in the building and be a part of the protest. We were a group that came here for a purpose, like I said. And at that point, our purpose, we were purpose-driven. And we were willing to give up anything to make a difference. We took over Westcott. When I look at students and hear about it, you know, out of that movement came Horizons Unlimited. Out of that movement came the BSU House. Out of that movement came the first black professor. Out of that movement came the first black administrator. Just a core. And what I say to young people today, it doesn't take many. It doesn't always take money. But it takes courage and belief and to understand that whenever you are doing something for justice and for right, you will prevail. And that's my experience here. I can now say, looking back, and Fred says that we have post-traumatic syndrome. And that probably is true. It's not a funny thing. There are people who I disremembered. Professors, and Fred said, you know, that's the one that gave you that B when you should have gotten an A. Disremembered him. So a lot of us didn't fare that well, but we kept going on. And a lot of who we are, good, bad, and ugly, came from the experience here. I have come back. You know, I used to raise hell when I was undergrad and grad. I'm back. With this, okay. So, and thanks to President Thrasher, we have established the Civil Rights Institute. And we intend to make this university a shining star in the research, policy impact, and the remembrance. I want to thank the university for this award and recognition. It could have been so many other people. I want to thank my friends who are here. I want to thank my family, that is so important, and I couldn't have made it without them. I want to point out to my brother, my baby brother. Now, y'all know Fred, but this is Ralph. He's a baby. Now, I thought he was going to be here to at least go to the football game. He's a preacher. And you know what he said? He said, Doby Lee, salvation is free, but the preacher got to be paid. So, when I think of myself, I think of the song, I'm a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. I, again, thank you. I am committed to this institution, and I am committed to making this institution greater on a continuous basis. Thank you very much.